Like even on a Sunday when we used to go and get our vegetables for the house for the week, we used to walk down and come back walking. It's only to save that much amount of money. And luckily things for my spouse, like, okay, fine, since he's a specialist and he started getting his consulting, so a little bit of thousands of rupees here and there would add up to our normal expenses. Okay, fine, that this much I can get it. There were no vacations for good 6 to 7 years. No vacations at all, because the goal was very focused. I have to do it. And it happened just like I used to see him also walk a lot. So on a first Diwali, I told him, why don't we get a bike? He then asked me, where is the money to get a bike? I told him, you don't bother about that, but we will buy a bike. I have the money. He told, where is the money? Why don't you show me? He told, this is the saving I have done. I guess your bike should be around 50,000. So this is the money for it. I have just saved it. So please go ahead with it. So that's the time. And he was like, oh, wow, you actually managed to save it. I told, yes, I can't see. Now, you have to go ahead. You have to start taking a bike and be a little more travel convenient as far as your consulting is concerned. That's how my first vehicle came into picture. Slowly, and then in between all this, my father also, people used to tell my father, like, your daughter's struggling, we can see her. So why don't you do something? He said, it's their journey. They are young. Both of them are young. They can struggle, and they should struggle and know the value of money. And he used to always say that both of them have never come to my house and begged for food. If that is not there, then I guess they're fine. And they will be fine, this I can assure you. His moral support meant a lot to us. Both of us, it just gave us a driving force to do much better. Slowly, and so we had to take the loan for the interiors of the clinic also. We didn't had any money, so we had to take loan for the interiors of the clinic. Then in a year's time, okay, fine, things had settled and we were going ahead with this routine. And after a year, we get the news that this clinic will be broken down because the building was going under the Prabhadevi clinic. That this the building is going under redevelopment. And you can imagine the shock I had. You can imagine when you put in the money, your heart and everything out in the first clinic, and within a year, you get to hear that you have to look out for another place. And the amount
you build
spent
your
on
client,
interiors,
and more than that, build your clientele.
Yes, and sir, in a 1.5 year time, you start settling down in practice. Correct. Yes, and then you can say I was going for a conference to Delhi, sitting in an August Kranti train, going to the conference for Delhi. Manish was not there with me, and that time in the train, they used to give us the midday paper. Used to be there. Correct. I was just looking up the paper, and I don't know what made me look at the article, okay, fine, clinics, or maybe I was looking forward if I can work also somewhere as a part-time or whatever. And I came across a very small article. I don't know how my eye catched it. I came across a very small article that dental clinic equipment's on sale and in Bandra Turner Road. I happened to call up Manish. I'm going to Delhi. You please go and have a look at this place. Like whatever we can pick up, or now since our Prabhadevi clinic was going down, we had to look up. We had decided no more rents. We'll look up for our own place and we'll put up 2 chairs. So that's how we said, at least go and have a look at the equipments. If we can take up another chair, and it was a new setup, it seems. He said, no, you come back and we'll go together. The day I came back from Delhi, and just immediately the next day we happened to call at this number. She told, okay, fine, come over. So rather, you will not believe, rather than buying anything from her, we loved the place so much. It was a polyclinic. We loved the place so much. We just happened to decide, let's go for it. And Manish actually looked in my eye. Are you serious? You want to go for it? This is Bandra. The traveling will not be easy for you. Like for me, I will be in college the entire day. You are the one who have to travel. You are the one who will be coming back home tired. Are you sure you want to go for it? I told, yes, I'm very sure I will go for it. And we are young, we'll be able to do it. Let's do it. At least let us give it a try. There is no harm. The place is ready. Our equipments are already there in Prabhadevi. We just have to shift that. It's not that we are making a new investment. Only the thing is rental is higher, but the place is also better in every possible ways. He spoke to my dad about it, that this girl actually wants to shift to Bandra. And when my dad said, if you all can manage the travel, I feel go ahead with it. Why not? Then he said, okay, if you're so much insisting, chalo, let's give it a try. So we were at that place for good 12 to 13 years. And more than the clinic, that place had become a family for us. Like all the doctors, it was a very warm, see, the waiting was definitely longer. The waiting for us as if to gain the trust of the doctors, other doctors in a polyclinic on us, and to refer patients and to look at them. It took time. Like slowly they started coming, they meeting, then they became our patients, then they started sending patients, and it eventually became a family. So from a group of just 2 doctors, the 2 of us being dentists, like we had a whole bunch of doctors with us. Like we never knew any medical field doctors around us. And now here we could say, oh, we know him. Oh, we know that. Or we know her. Right? Began, things were settling down. Financially, we were getting better off. Then a second rise came is, we have to look out. Simultaneously, sir, the thing of having our own clinic was always there in the mind. The Bandra was always rental. And Bandra, obviously, owning a place, it's not easy, as we all know. The prices of Bandra is really high. So behind my mind, there was something. I have to buy my own place for the clinic. And that's where we took a jump. Okay, we were looking out for a place in Thane. Like it was definitely property-wise much cheaper and much feasible than Bandra.
Right.
So I told Manish, you never know when situations arise that you have to shut that clinic. So we at least know we have our own place over here. That's how I came across Thane Clinic. And I just happened to buy it. Like we told, this is the answer. We didn't go, I was very clear. I don't want to go through any brokerage. So we used to walk down in Thane every Sunday. Okay, fine, let's go. Let's have a look around any new buildings or anything. And we used to just enter the sales office. Do you have any place like? And that's how I came. Like even in my present Thane clinic, it was just under construction. We happened to walk to the sales office that, what is the place? And he said, our first floor entire is also officially commercial.
Commercial.
Yes, that's how we bought the place. Now comes again the matter, anything you buy or do, money comes into the picture. But luckily, one of our patients was into very high post in, we had taken up from LIC Housing Finance, the loan. And the question came with the type of salary you both are earning. How will you get the loan? And I was relying completely on 90% loan or 95% loan because I had no money. So that's how, and he was my patient too. So that's how he vouched for us in his own company. I know the couple. I know these 2 dentists. I'll vouch for it that they'll pay the loan. Please go ahead with the loan. And our paperwork were very clear. So that's how we got our first loan. And that's Thane Clinic. And you can say within first 5 years, we bought the Thane Clinic. Next 2.5 years now, obviously the next step goes as a house. The present rental house was a very small one. You can say maybe not even 1 BHK. So the next, and I was very clear, if I want a house, it has to be 2 BHK because the amount of guests I used to have in the house. And it's a one-time buy. I can't keep shifting my houses. So might as well now let us look out for a house. And again, the way I searched for the Thane Clinic place, my hunt for, and I was very clear which place, which location I want. I don't want to go far away from, because I had clinic both in Thane and Bandra. So I was very clear, I don't want to travel very far from station. Correct. So that, and Manish was used to having his lecture field, and every time he was on tour. So it was like, I have to be somewhere close to the station, close to the highway, where if either of the thing closes, it's an easy access for me to travel, either to Bandra or to Thane. And Manish was very clear, our one clinic should be at a walkable distance. So I was very limited with the choice of my house. So my hunt for the house was only in and around my Thane clinic. That one, whatever happens, there are lot many time bunds happening in, or because of monsoon, the trains will shut. So I can at least, my one clinic will be functioning. I can just walk down to the clinic. So that's how this house came up. And so trust me, when this house came up, it was like we both were like, though people were congratulating and we both were looking at each other's face. Should we cry? Should we laugh? We don't know what. We couldn't express our emotions because the bank balances were zero. It was like we don't know whether to laugh or cry. And so all these years had been a year of no vacations. Holidays were like, okay, in the family there is someone getting married, 2 days you have to go there. Those were our holidays. But then when you have set your mind, you have set your vision, you have to buy certain things, you will go for it. Then all the hard work, sir, is being paid for. It's just your perseverance which keeps you going. I have one quote over here.
Yeah, please.
Success isn't always about greatness. It's about consistency. Consistent hard work gains success.
Fantastic.
I guess that's what helped me through my journey. And then after 12 years down the line in Bandra Clinic, that clinic had timings. So the polyclinic had timings that you can practice only for certain timings, and in the afternoons it was shut. So my traveling was going in the morning, coming back to Thane in the afternoon, going back in the evening, coming back to Thane at night. So I used to reach home back by around 10:30. And the work hours were like traveling and everything included. The work hours used to be like, okay, fine, 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the evening, where you can hardly see and if there's a long procedure, your entire patient blocks one patient blocks your entire day.
Correct.
So we had to move on to the new clinic, to buying a new place. Difficult it was, definitely. We were just sleepless nights also used to come, that how will we manage the money? But we thought, at least just let's give it a try. Let's start seeing the place. Spoke to a couple of doctors in the clinic also, in case if they want to join in. And that's how we have a psychiatrist friend who has joined us in the clinic in buying a place. And he also practices along with us. It was a tough journey, definitely. And when we bought the place again in Bandra, you land up in the same coop. Where are you? It goes that way, yes. But putting money together with a great moral support throughout my journey, post my father, you can say was my brother. Standing rock solid behind me, post my dad. He filled the gap of my dad. He was the one who said, you just go ahead. I'm there standing for you. So that itself gives you that motivation. You can do it. If he has so much of faith in you, if they have so much of faith in you, definitely you can do it and you can achieve your goal. So that's how the journey of both the clinics happened. And this place came up. My ownership of Bandra Clinic also came up.
So it's not 2 clinics, it's a story of 4 clinics, huh?
Yeah, accordingly, if you buy a place also, residential, true.
Yeah.
But definitely life was not easy. Life was full of struggles, ups and downs, but I cherish every moment and no complaints for it.
I think the 2 things that are really, really coming out is, and I hope people who see this video currently or live or at a later date on Facebook or YouTube, the message that I want them to take, because I come from a part teaching background, right? So I interact with a lot of students. And I also coach, do a life coaching, and I do my business coaching. One thing that I really find missing in today's world, and with no offense meant to anybody, any of the kids who are coming out of school or college or starting their job, is the absence of a goal. I see very few people having a goal in life, that I want to achieve these 3, 4 things in life. End of the day, all these people end up on a treadmill, running throughout the day and the month and the year and not reaching anywhere. And then you say life is bad. Life is not bad. It is what we make out of it. And so your goal. Yeah, please.
I heard you yesterday also, where you said failure. Today's generation is not used to failure.
Correct.
So the failure, I feel, doesn't start after you have done your education. The failure starts for them right. Non-acceptance of failure starts for them right from the nursery.
Absolutely. Totally agree with you.
Feel today, because this I come to know with the parents who just come, they happen to come to the clinic, they just talk, and the way they talk, I realized that right from day one, the minute they step into school, the way during our times it was like school is everything, your teachers are everything. Our parents used to tell, isko maro, karo, jo karna hai karo, aapke hawale hai bacha. But now you can't just say anything to a kid. You just can't say it is bad, you have not done right. Right and wrong is never taught. Wrong is never taught. Whatever the kid is doing is always right. So I feel, where is the acceptance of failure? I have heard teachers telling me, teachers who are teaching in IB, who are my patients, they are telling me, doc, we just cannot give them a grade which is below this, because it may stress the kid. I don't stress the kid in nursery or in first standard. They are made to compulsory pass. And I feel what they have also said, that they should remove examinations till standard 4th.
Yeah.
I feel, let them start handling small failures, or let them start handling little stress, so that, because life is very different post your studies, post your education. That's actual life. And when these kids, till their education, they have just been taught everything is so good, everything is right, whatever they have done. So once they're open to the world and they see that, oh, they are being rejected from here, or they are being rejected from there, they get under stress which they cannot handle.
Absolutely. I totally agree with you. And when I talk about rejection, which I started off this entire conversation with, and I talk about people not willing to accept failures, it is ingrained. We have not got failures. We have got everything on a platter. You told me about your journey, about walking and saving their 2 rupees. My father used to tell me that I will not buy you another set of clothes unless you get these scores. That first television came to my house, our house, when my brother completed his 10th. And that was the 82 Asiad that we had the first television. Today, you look at everything being offered to people, children, on a platter.
Very true.
Right? And I'm sure you have multiple other experiences, anecdotes that come out. We'll just hear about those anecdotes about your patients and other things. The second bit that we learn from you is, what is that goal? In life, unless you have a goal, and I keep on saying this, I must have said this in multiple forums, that life is led backwards and planned forward. So unless you know where you are going, you will never go anywhere. You always have to walk. Your plans may change. Yeah. But my plans 8 years back was something else. Then 7 years back, I got a dream and I said, "मैं नौकरी छोड़ता हूँ, चलो business करते हैं," and my plans changed. Right? At the age of 45, 46, to give up a high-paying job and get into entrepreneurship, and that too today 4 companies. It's not a joke. But that's how life is. The second thing that comes out very clearly is the passion for wanting to do it, and to make those small little sacrifices initially, so that my bigger goal is achieved.
True, sir.
You told me you have never had rejection, and the first rejection that I get from you is that somebody threw you out of your Prabhadevi clinic. It's a rejection, right?
But that is part and parcel of life. I take it as that.
People don't accept those kind of rejections.
I guess then life is not adventurous if there is no rejection.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
If life just becomes too goody-goody, then there is no point staying.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, Kavita.
And one more thing, sir.
Yeah, please.
Like, people, okay, fine. We come from a middle class background.
Yeah.
So there are struggles. There is hard work. We have been taught to work hard. I feel even people, okay, fine. They may not work as hard as what we do or we have to do. Like you can say Ambani's or anyone, the people born with a golden spoon may not have to work as hard as what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But for them also, if money is not spent wisely, they
Absolutely.
have to work hard to spend their money wisely. If money is not spent wisely, ultimately they'll come back to zero. So how to put in that money, how to invest their golden money, how to invest their golden spoon, and how to utilize that money is also a big hard work. You can't just throw away. You can't just have a lavish life. You can't just keep throwing. Okay, fine. I have the money. Let me go buy a luxury car. Let me buy 10 of luxury car. Let me have 10 servants. I feel you need to value money. You have to respect money. If you respect money, you value money, money comes to you.
Very, very important statement.
There's no way you just can't value money.
Very, very important.
And that is, I guess, and I guess that is important. That is how you should be born up with. That thing which my parents had always drilled in me. You should value your money. The way you earn. And so I value it more now because I know how have I earned it. And each day you learn something new. Each day is a learning experience. It marks a learning curve in your life. I may behave in a certain way today, but some patient may teach me something by their behavior, by anything. Any patient may teach you in terms of their behavior, in terms of their work. Anyway, that's a learning curve for you.
No, I totally resonates with me that we have somewhere lost that value for money. People are not respecting money. And a lot of it has got to do with the plastic money that has come in. That pocket mein hai, kharcha kar do, baad mein dekha jayega, right? True. And whether it's as individuals or whether as corporations, large corporations, we have seen, like you rightly said, that when you don't use money wisely, you can, the richest of rich men and the largest of corporates can be on the streets at some point in time. We have seen so many companies.
And we have the example of Anil Ambani in front of us.
No, we have so many. Anil Ambani, same family, same upbringing, right? Same upbringing, same thing. But then one side there is nothing and one side there is everything. And just because how you have used the money, but look at so many corporations, so many large organizations have just disappeared from the surface of this planet. Right? I think these are the great lessons that I hope the youth who are listening to this program on live or who will watch it will take this from you, because this comes from somebody who was, I'm not sure whether you're born with a golden or a silver spoon, I'm not getting into that, but somebody who has strived hard, absolutely strived hard and saved every little bit of money to get whatever you have achieved today. Right? The clinics and the house were not given to you on a platter. You had to slog for it, and you're still slogging for it, and you're still slogging for it. And Manish is still slogging for it, because I could say that for Manish, because I know what a lovely couple you make and what lovely individuals you are, and the kind of humility that you bring into your job. So while we wait for people to ask questions in the next 10 minutes, I have last couple of questions for you, Kavita.
Okay.
What next? Unless you want to share some anecdotes of your patients and the kids of mental management. I'm sure you have also counseled a few people during the course of your treatment. It's not only, now let's talk about the other piece. You not only take care of the teeth, but you take care of hearts. And that was a hard bit I was talking about. But you have also counseled people, I'm sure, as doctors, and as women doctors, you tend to do it a lot.
Definitely. Especially, I don't know, when females come into the clinic and they see that, okay, fine, I have a little bit of time, or sometimes they are the last patients and they know there is not the next patient. They also look forward to just vent it out. They look forward to vent it out where they'll get a non-biased opinion, or just can just be an ear to them. So I have patients who have cried in the clinic, who have vented out in the clinic, and then ultimately, definitely, sir, giving them little bit of here and there advices has helped them also. They have thanked me also for that. But then then when you look at their stories and place yourself, you feel fine. I am way better. Life is good. Life, it all depends on how you take it. And sir, I feel to do something, you have to sacrifice something. You don't get everything. For achieving something, and in that part, you may have to hear also bad about you, good about you, whatever it is. Then you have to take it in your stride and move ahead. That's one thing I can tell people. Like, if you want to, especially when females say, tell me, we want to work, but we are just not able to work. I tell you have to be strong with your decisions. But keep in mind, you have to do this. Everything will not, you want this also, you want that also. No, it cannot happen. Either you work and you take along with it these many things that you will have to face and you're ready to face. So secondly, over here, I'll try to tell that, okay, fine, you have to learn to ignore certain things. If a person is telling you, please ignore, it's okay. Let that person say. You are giving that person a chance to talk about you. It's okay. Learn to ignore. When you learn to ignore certain things, like if a person is talking bad about me, it's okay, let it talk. I have to do this, so means I have to do this. I have to go. Until I do this, I will not reach there. That person may not like it, but you are liking it. That's giving you happiness over there. So you have to learn to ignore certain things.
We've typically become very thin-skinned, right? We can't hear negativity about us at all. I'm not sure about you. I'm sure you have got, and I use this example on a contextual basis, not on a real basis. Have you seen a dog? All of us have seen dogs, right? And when you pour a few drops of water on the body of the dog, what does the dog do? The dog shakes himself or herself vigorously.
Shakes himself around.
And lives his or her life as if nothing has happened. I think we have to adopt that, because there will be people who will be talking a lot about us, negative.
Definitely. So, but that also I'm not saying obviously a 20-year-old coming out and learning this will not happen. This also you happen to learn eventually as you grow in life.
As you grow. Okay. So Dr. Kavita, what next?
Next is many things. I need to earn money to travel. That's one thing what I have in mind. I want to tour the world. And to tour the world, I need to earn, because traveling is not cheap.
Okay. So that is your fulfilling of your aspirations of wanting to see India and the world. And you have mentioned this multiple times to me, that there's so many things to do in India as well, right?
Definitely. And at this time of life, I hope I can do that.
You will achieve all your dreams, no problem, no, those aspirations. But what about the bigger purpose of life?
As in
franchising clinics, 5 more clinics. What are the dreams that you're seeing today? Both of you are young. You're young, Manish is young. Both of you young, good practice.
There's just one thing I know, I may go against what is your inspiration video also about. There has to be little content also, which is necessary.
Absolutely.
If you just keep striving and keep earning, when will you learn to enjoy your own money?
Absolutely.
I want to enjoy the money I'm earning. So I have to look forward to how many loans, until when, until what age I can have loans. If I just keep earning, ultimately nowadays the life is, okay, fine, this is done, take up a next loan, go something bigger, then take up a next loan. So ultimately it is like you're earning to repay the loans.
Right.
So I don't want that also. I just don't want to keep earning to repay the loans. I want a loan-free life. And the loan-free life and the money now I want to earn to keep earning more is to keep touring. And maybe I can help few people here and there also around.
When I said higher purpose of life, and I'm sure knowing you and Manish, I don't think you guys chase money so much. No. Yes, you want money. All of us want money to do a certain amount of things. But that is not that unlimited spectrum.
True.
I don't think both of you, dunya dekhna hai, we need a decent quality life, right? So all those are fine. So for that, we need our money. But what I want you to come out is, which you I think you did not express it the way you wanted to, because somewhere it's still hidden, about the bigger purpose of life, helping people.
Definitely.
I think somewhere down the line, there is something that you may not want to express today, or you may want to express today, up to you. But I think there is a bigger purpose for your life and for Manisha's life.
So we are the ones, both of us are the ones who have, and I proudly say, we are the ones, we are self-made. We have made our life by ourselves. And I know what one goes through when, even for that couple of money, you just hope sometimes, somewhere, if there's a ray of hope for us to give us that money.
Yeah.
There I would really like to help a person. Okay, we are there. If I know the person is willing to work, is willing to really, and I know that perseverance, I can see that in that person, I will be there to help. But I don't want to be a person like, okay, that person has asked for the money and let me just give the money. I don't want to be that also. I want to see if my money is utilized in a good and a proper way. And definitely, my biggest achievement is when I see a smile on my patient's face. That is where I feel I have reached and I have achieved what I want. When you see a patient walking out and they say, I really love my smile now, and I'm happy, doc, and I'm happy the way you treated us. That is what is the greatest satisfaction you can get. All your worries and everything is gone aside.
Fantastic.
And I'm really lucky to have that my patients trust me. They like us. That is more, and their blessings should be there with us. That is all more what I want. I can ask for.
I've never seen you emotional. Today, for some reason, I'm seeing you as emotional. But then that's what is expected, I guess. Last, before we close and before if anyone else wants to make a comment, no, my only request is, anyone wants to make a statement, ask a question, we are open. And it's not that 6 o'clock we'll have to, it's something written on stone, so we can extend by a couple of minutes. But no medical questions, please. Not how do I take care of my teeth. And for that, Dr. Kavita's clinic is there next to, you can ping me or you can ping her, and you can go and meet her or Manish in the clinic. So no medical questions, please, here. Daant ko kaise dekho, daant ko safed kaise karu. We are talking on a different level altogether. My last question before you open it up to others if they want to say something. What is that last single message that you would want to give to a lot of youngsters today who tell me, and I'm sure you have heard it as well, that because of this COVID, हम लोग का 3-4 महीना खराब हो गया, नौकरी मिला था, but the people are not accepting us. We have lost our jobs, salaries have reduced significantly. People who are now in the process of setting up their own clinics, maybe November, December, they had those dreams, but today they have to put it on a back burner. What would you tell them?
So here, I would just like to end it with the shloka of Gita.
Okay.
Karmanyevadhikaraste ma kareshu kadachana ma karma phal hetur bhumate sankotsava akarmani. Here it is said, you have the right to perform the actions, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Okay. Do not let the fruit be the purpose of your activities. Therefore, you won't be attached to not doing your duty.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
That hope and the determination, the desire to work hard will make you ultimately reach the success and your goal wherever. You can fail once, you can fail twice, but I'm sure the hard work will never fail. It will repay you at some point or the other in life. It has to repay.
I totally agree with you, Dr. Kavita. I couldn't agree more with you. We are not in a competitive race that I have to achieve so much because he has achieved so much in this time frame.
Definitely.
We are not in that competitive race. All of us are running our own races, and we are leading our own life. So today I may get something which someone else has got quicker, and there could be somebody else who will get it later.
Definitely. But
How
you
does
will
it matter?
get.
You will get.
If you keep striving for it, you keep working hard for it, there will be your result. The success cannot go away from you. You just have to keep striving for it.
Okay. On that note, one add-on question that comes up: what's the kind of self-talk you have with yourself when you're alone?
What's the kind of? Sorry, come on.
Self-talk. What are you talking to yourself?
I sleep.
Sorry, you what?
I sleep if I'm alone. No self-talk.
No self-talk. Well, because I want to leave behind advice for people that in this difficult times, your self-talk has to be absolutely positive. You have to keep on telling yourself that I am good. I'm
Yeah,
well off.
okay. I'll tell you one thing, which you only said. You gave the answer in your talk itself. Every individual is different. So definitely we can't compare ourselves. Each one has its own fate. Each one has its own destiny. The path of life for each one is different. You never know what the other person has gone through till you actually go and hear them out. So how can you, so if till you keep motivating yourself, until you keep trying yourself, nothing like it. So that's what you have to talk to yourself about.
Correct. And both of us, both Kavita, Manish, I, both of us are relatively successful in life. We have achieved something, not large things, something in life.
Something.
But don't go by what you see, because you don't know the story behind it. You don't know the story behind it. So today, Dr.
Judge a
Kavita,
book by its cover.
never judge a book by its cover. Today, when you walk into Dr. Kavita's clinic, and if both Manish and Dr. Kavita are there, I was there last week, and I saw she's sitting comfortably doing nothing. Now that is not an image that okay, बिना कुछ काम करके भी मिल जाता है सब कुछ, नहीं. So
Definitely.
there is a story. There is a story
Yeah, let
behind
me
it.
point out one more quote to you
Yeah,
for
please,
this.
please.
Desire is the starting point of all achievement.
Mm-hmm.
Not a hope, not a wish, but a keen, pulsating desire which transcends everything.
Fantastic. I use a very similar quote. I say, take off I want from your life, because I see I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to buy that. I say replace that I want by I will. Because when you say I will actually do it.
Do it.
Right? So anybody, Dr. Kavita, thank you very much. You have really transformed me as well, because I didn't know 95% of the story that you told us today. I did not know. I just knew you as a student, you as a dentist. हाँ, बैंड्रा में clinic है, मतलब बहुत कुछ अच्छा कर रही है, and थाना में clinic है, अच्छा clinic है. But the story is really amazing, and this was the entire objective of sharing with people that there is a story, there's a journey that everyone has. And it's not like Kavita said, don't judge a book by its cover. There's a story. There is a story behind it. There's hard work, there's perseverance, there's sweat, blood, and tears. All of them are there. And only once, sorry?
Along with that, learn to enjoy.
Only once you go through that, the tears, the blood, and the sweat, you will have a life where you can enjoy. You can't start enjoying, thinking of enjoyment at the very young age and say, "ठीक है, मेरे पास तो सब कुछ है, वो सब नहीं होगा." Now I leave it open. I see a lot of your friends probably in this room and in the Facebook. Anybody who wants to say something to Kavita, who has known, so I'm sure you can see them as well. I think there's Mitali, Meghna, Pooja, Rakesh. Anybody wants to say something about Kavita before we call it, before we draw curtains? I see 4 comments already. Let's see. So inspirational, says Mitali Gupta. Kishin Avatramani says, beautiful Kavita, very open and very inspirational. KK says, great session. Meghna says, very inspiring, B. I think, Kavita, you have touched the heart and the souls of a lot of people today. I can only say, okay, there are a lot of comments on the Facebook. Very nice, Kavita ma'am, from Navbir Aluwalia. Preeti Sabu says, superb session. Ruby Agarwal says, amazing, much needed motivational talk. Kamal Shri Parekh says, you have come a long way. I think, Kavita, today you have touched the heart and souls of so many people. I can only thank you, Kavita,
Thank you, sir,
for agreeing and for accepting to come
thank you
on the
for
show.
inviting me for this.
No, you will always be there. You'll always be there on the top of my heart. Known Manish for about a year or so, and I think you are an awesome couple. You're awesome human beings, first of all.
Thank you, sir.
And certainly good doctors. Otherwise, we wouldn't be coming to your doorstep again and again. So you're amazing doctors, but more than that, amazing couple, an amazing human being. I wish you all the best. Whatever you want to achieve, and wherever we can help people together,
definitely,
let's go out and help people, because we are slightly more privileged than a lot of other people on this planet. But on that note, please don't expect help from everybody. First, do your duty, do your role in life, and then come forth. Life is not about sitting on the roadside as a young man and begging. I detest that.
Yes.
Right? We have to do our jobs. We have to run the journey together. We have to walk this hard path together. And like I keep on saying, life is not a bed of roses, though my participants out here are all roses.
And it's good for life to be a little adventurous also.
Life has to be, otherwise it can become monotonous.
It's very boring. Yes.
It can become very boring. So on that note, thank you, Kavita. Thank you for coming in. Thank you everyone for joining in. God bless you. And I see you again tomorrow evening with one more inspirational speaker. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.